Hey everybody, welcome to yet another vlog, another standard vlog, not a Disney vlog, and I'm sad, I'm missing Disney, but I'll be there soon, I'm just messing with you. It is it's January 20th, 2025, it is 8:23 p.m., it is 9 degrees outside, so that's lovely, and we're going to do another vlog. These vlogs can get long, so I do time code them, so if you look at the gaps in the red play bar under the play thing, or if you open up the description, you'll find a big list of blue numbers. You can check those out, see what you want to watch, skip around, watch this however you want, or don't, whatever. I do it because I like to do it, and some of you like to watch it. That's why. So today we are going to cook something classic, but in a way I've never done, and it turns out pretty well. I'll just spoil that right there. We're gonna open up a very cool Star Wars something and some Disney pins. I'm gonna talk to you about my thoughts on Wolfman and Peter Pan Nightmare Neverland, because Mary didn't get to watch a movie this week where she's been very sick, although today she's starting to sound relatively pretty normal, so that's good. And little vacation update, because a couple of cool things have changed, and I think an interesting way worth bringing up. And we're gonna make some kind of cocktail, I assume, though I still have no real idea what. So I think that's everything we're doing in this one. No taste test, we'll do a taste test next time. Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's get to vlogging. Hey everybody, welcome back to another TheEricButts cooking section. We're gonna do something kind of simple today, something surprisingly I have never done. It is January 11th, 2025. I think I might have said 24 last video. 6:17 p.m. Bear with Mary, she's still sick. She's feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still a tiny bit sick, but today we're gonna make from scratch sloppy joes. Well, I mean, not making buns, but I honestly thought about it. I haven't had a sloppy joe in over a decade. I don't think I've had a sloppy joe since I've been with Mary, and certainly have not made them from scratch. It would have been like, you know, manwich style or whatever. Which is fine, not hating, it was fine in my youth. But I thought we'll try this, add some ground beef. I was gonna make some chili for myself, but then I mentioned sloppy joes and Mary's like, ooh, that sounds good. So I can't wait to disappoint her yet again. So
I do not hate all your cooking. Just some of it.
Most all. Using a nice nonstick pan, thanks to my lovely wife. There's a whole bunch of different recipes for this, so I just found this one online. I'm gonna toast my buns up first and let those sit to the side. But we got salt and pepper. I got some, you know, you'll see as we go through it, but I got some rock hard dark brown sugar, yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce, apple cider vinegar, tomato sauce, ketchup, some chili powder. I'm gonna go with chipotle chili powder for a little bit of kick. We got a medium yellow onion here. We're gonna do some garlic, and I got a red bell pepper. I forgot to rinse that off, but and a pound of ground beef, 80/20. And I guess that's pretty much what I always buy. So let's start working on getting some buns toasted here, and I'm gonna do a mayo toasting on these buns. It's just easier. I mean, these buns are a little old, but they're not. They should still be good. They still got some softness to them. They're not quite that full, you know, fluffy. What are these? Sesame, extra large enriched. Brioche would probably be better, but these are what I had. Just gonna set them aside in case I screw up and need some more. And now that I got those out of the way, make myself a little more working room here. And I got a little cooling wire rack off to the side. Let's get this, get it on like a medium heat. We don't want to overdo it here. All right. And we'll just get a nice thin layer of mayo across these buns. Probably got a little too much on this one, but I'll move it to the next one. Of course, you know, you can do butter. That's traditional. But we like the more eggy, toasty flavor of a mayo. And honestly, it's just easier to spread. I mean, I guess if I had some spreading butter or let some butter get room temp, it'd be a different story. But I've already started on this much later than I intended. Shocking, I know. Well, honestly, too, it is a Saturday, and I don't really work on a Saturday, so this is, you know. Do 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 do. Do do do. All right, we almost got a set here. Get there. There we go. There we go. I could probably go ahead and throw a set in, but let's go ahead and get the next one. Next one rolling. Oh, that's right. I accidentally pulled a little bread off the other one with this one. Oops. All right, we're halfway through this part. Probably only do about one set at a time. I don't have a lot of room in this pan, so as soon as I get this one done, we'll throw a set on. I will say, now that I'm finally getting back into cooking, I haven't done it in so long, but I'm about ready to grind up my own meat blend again.
That was good.
I did make a pretty good meat blend. They made for some very good burgers.
See, I do like some of your cooking.
Well, you like the when I do basic stuff. You like burger,
I'm a
grilled
basic
cheese.
bitch. I'm sorry. I don't have your palate.
Yeah, we'll use one of these for this. Well, no, I want to sharpen a harder edge. I'm gonna press these down a little bit. There we go. There's some of the sizzle I'm looking for. We'll come back and do that a couple of times. Let me get this other one going here. One of these days we will go back to a nicer camera setup, but not today.
Just using your phone.
Yeah. Okay. Almost there. Okay. That part is done. Toasting bread smells pretty good. Let's do it here. Almost. It's got a very, very light toast on it, which is not very light, so maybe this one will be hers. I'll pull it off a little early.
Yes, I like that you toast.
Yeah, a little golden. Nope, that one needs more time. Honestly, they both could use a hair more. Let me give her, that's still pretty light. Like, even for her. Okay. Yeah, that's better. It still needs a bit though. Yeah, sure. All right. Just setting them on a cooling rack off to the side if you're wondering. You like to lightly press them just to kind of make sure all that area is making some contact in the pan. And of course, there's a bunch of different recipes out there for doing things like this. That, you know, use beer, all kinds of different things. Spicier peppers, less peppers, different color. Pepper, you know. So this is kind of one of those things that you can really kind of play with and create your own. But since I've never done it, I tend to follow somebody else's recipe when I've never done it before. And then in the future, I will tweak. Let's see. Sorry, I haven't hand cut an onion in a minute. I gotta remember how I want to do that. Right, this way. Okay, so let's take that off. Peel some layers here. Side. Leave another little checking on here. Let's try to turn them a little bit so we can, you know, more evenly disperse the heat here. Take a quick look-see. Oh, these are great. That one could still actually use a little bit more, just a hair more. All right, we'll go back to the onion in just a second. Just a little bit more on you. Okay. On the cooling rack. Oh yeah, perfect. Let that bottom get a little heat on it. Groovy. All right, and the last two buns going in. All right, we'll let that work for a minute while I continue to get my onion ready for dicing. And you want kind of a fine dice, not super fine, but you want it to kind of melt in. You don't want to like necessarily get a chunk of onion that you can tell is a chunk of onion. All right, cool, cool, cool. A little more smushy, smushy. And the top buns usually take a little bit more work. That's pretty close though, so I don't know that I'm going to start the onion until we get this off. Because, you know, as the heat is building, it happens a little faster. Yep. Not on that one though. That one definitely needs more time. Actually, I want to strip my pepper before I do the onions anyways. There we go. That looks nicer. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take that heat off for a minute. I'm just gonna kind of wipe some of this out of the pan carefully. I'm gonna need to give my pepper a quick little cleaning. And it's also been a minute since I've done one of these, so hopefully I still remember my trick for this. Gotta get the stem out. So I can set it flat. Actually, I didn't need to do that. I forgot. This is how I do it now. Go a little bit more in. Not as clean as I usually do it, but getting the job kind of done here. Yeah, like I said, I'm out of practice, so I'm not too upset with that. Maybe just keep most of the seeds out of there. Just get rid of the seeds, obviously. Hopefully that's obvious. But, you know, like I said, it's been months since I've done that, so I'm actually pretty happy that it went like it did. I probably would have had better luck if I didn't destem it, but I was about to do the Gordon Ramsay method, and I forgot that I had found a method I like more, so. Okay. Yeah, let's go like that, right? Okay. Same here, you want kind of smaller pieces. This is more about flavoring than texture. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I need something to put these in. I can't just do it all on the board. I don't have enough room. And on this tiny board. Yeah, this ought to work. Keeping at it. Getting there and getting there. Yeah, I gotta get my knife skills back up. Because I am moving very, very slow. Looks like I picked the right bowl for the job. Just gonna set those aside. Make my bowl a little drier. Okay, and now we do the onions. Screw it. Okay, yep, careful. That's why my knife skill's better. Looks like a lot of onion. I mean, that looks like enough onion, honestly. But we are following a recipe.
So you said too much or not enough?
No, I'm saying it looks like it's too much.
I got you the smallest onion they have.
No, I know. That's not a complaint at you. It's because the recipe just says a medium onion. It doesn't tell me, like, you know, closer to a quarter cup, half cup, what.
This is one of the things that you might use best judgment.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to stop with that. I'm going to keep this other half for later. Not because I'm being lazy or anything. Oh, cool. I got half a yellow onion I can put in the fridge and forget about. Yeah, at least I'm being honest. Ah, crap baskets. Are you kidding me?
What?
I thought it would fit the snack size. It barely does. Deal with it later. Okay. Okay, so we do still need to prep some garlic, but that'll be in a minute. Let me just get on this. Large skillet. It's the largest. Well, it's not the largest I've got, but oh my god. Anyways, we're gonna get a medium high here in a second. Once I let some of that gas clear, because I've already burned enough hair off my hand today, because this thing's being a pain in the butt to me. But yeah, then we're gonna get the oil, some oil, bell pepper, and onion going. And then after that goes for about 10-ish minutes, we're gonna get the ketchup and let that reduce. And then we're gonna add the garlic and the chili powder. And then we add the vinegar, the mustard, the brown sugar, the Worcestershire, salt and pepper. And then we add the meat. And eventually the tomato sauce and bring to a boil. All right, I think it did say medium high, yeah? Yep. It recommends extra virgin olive oil. Perfect, that's what I've got. So it's a tablespoon, I'm eyeballing. Should be good. Let that heat up a minute. I'm gonna put the mayo away. I put the mayo away. second. Let me move this over here and start eyeballing what kind of garlic I'm gonna want. Get it slightly ready to get diced up. Trying to decide if I want to just cheat and use my mincer. I think that's probably fine. Amount of garlic chosen. What did they actually ask for? 2 cloves? Yeah, perfect. You know, I get garlicky, so. Get that just a second longer. We'll get the onions in, the bell pepper in. I'm gonna do a pinch of salt, just to sweat them a little. I probably should have actually used another pan to, I hope these buns are still gonna be okay. I didn't think about this was gonna take still half an hour, so. I don't know if they'll turn bad. I got more. I can do more if I need to. And I believe I'm seeing the shimmer. Sure, I think it's fine. The onions in. We got the sizzle, that's the important part. And the bell pepper in. And get all that coated in the oil. 643. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good, maybe I could have gone a little more on the onion, but it looks like a pretty good mix of pepper and onion here. So we're gonna get this about 10-15 minutes. We're really gonna saute these puppies. Once we get to a place I don't feel like I need to constantly stir and just stir occasionally, I'll go work the garlic. Also just trying to integrate the onions and the peppers a little bit. Try to break up some of my onions too, they're clumped a little bit. You know what's missing? A shot of tequila. That may have to happen here soon. No, I get to it when I'm ready. Thank you though, appreciate it. All right, well that's kind of working. Let me work on this garlic. We're gonna stir occasionally over here though, just keep an eye on it. I'll come back to you. So everybody, how about them Mets, huh? I don't feel like I should be saying something. Cool. Cool. Not quite. There's always going to be one, huh? Always going to be one troublemaker. There we go. We got a little rotted spot on that one I want to take off. And then we'll deal with the rest of that in a minute. Let's give this another little stir here. Oh yeah. It's already starting to smell pretty good. The onions are already starting to get a little golden. Oh yeah, I was gonna hit it with a pinch of salt. Should I? Maybe a tiny bit more. Stir that around in there. Help bring out some of the moisture on these things. Okay, we're almost getting to where it's all just the fun parts. All right, start working on the garlic here. Very carefully. Like I usually do, just kind of breaking it down into more manageable pieces to do the old choppity chop thing here. And remember that garlic will go flying everywhere, so not speed demoning this. Oh my god, we're getting half an hour? Shit. I didn't know my prep was gonna go that slow. Whoops. Yeah, I think we've almost got this. Maybe one more good pass through. And that piece needs to really get worked down. Eyeballing bigger pieces and kind of targeting those a little bit. Cool. Okay. So that should be pretty much all the prep that has to happen. Oh, oh, crap, 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 crap. No, I'm good now, but I did get a little bit of char on some of the onions and peppers. That's right, it didn't burn, it just charred. If I didn't catch it much sooner, it would have been a problem. These are about ready to move to the next step anyways. Actually makes it smell a little better, honestly. Gonna deglaze the pan here a little. Let's bring the heat down a little. I think that's a little high. Or a little over medium high, honestly. This is about where we want them anyways. A couple more minutes maybe. But now I definitely need to keep moving. Until we get something in here that's more liquidy. I know the next step is going to be the ketchup, and it's asking for half a cup. That is a third cup, idiot. Crap nuggets. Okay, all right. What's the next step? I have a cup of ketchup, I know. It cooks stirring occasionally until our ketchup is reduced 7 to 10 minutes, all right? Cool. All right. Yeah, it's been just shy of 10 minutes, but I kind of want to get some more liquid in here to help. I guess it's because it's a copper pan. I've never used this pan either. I'm thinking this pan might move heat more. All right. Ooh. And we're going to stir occasionally until this thickens into a bit of a paste. It didn't say reduce heat. Seven to 10 minutes, it says. I feel like if I can coat my onions and peppers in this, it might help keep them from getting too hot. Smells good. Kind of flatten it out, it'll go a little quicker. And it does say stir occasionally. So it's darkened in a thick paste. Then we're gonna add the garlic and the chili powder. Give that about a minute. Then we'll hit the other stuff. Yeah, I should have mise en place my measurements. I did not. I think I'm gonna regret that. How much chili powder? A tablespoon. That's the thing I hate about these rings, though, is like when I am in a hurry. I might end up needing your help. Not yet, but just because I didn't pre-measure a bunch of stuff. Vinegar, brown sugar, Worcestershire, mustard, I think. Tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and 2 tablespoons. Okay, at least that's fairly easy. I can just use a tablespoon over and over. Yeah, this is already thickening up pretty good. Okay. Here's something you can do easily while you're sitting here. Maybe it's open that for you. I'll come back for it when I can. Thank you.
Loosen the lid.
Well, I'll try to remember that you did that. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I'd say it is just about there. Another minute or two. couple big towels on standby for what's coming up here. Wait. Here we go. All right. Yeah, looks like we're getting a pretty good base going here so far. do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, one thing I know is I'm going to need a cup. So that'll be for the tomato sauce. As I go away, put away the ketchup. Just trying to reclaim some working space here. Okay. Yeah. Maybe just a tiny bit more. So yeah, then we're gonna do garlic and chili powder until fragrant, about a minute. We're gonna add all the other stuff and stir frequently, oh boy, until incorporated for about a minute. Yay. Yeah, I should have mise en place all that into its own little ramekin so I could just shot it all at once. Oh well, this is not like a rocket science recipe. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right. You don't need to do that. All right, we're gonna get the garlic in and quickly get a can of chili powder. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking weird.
I'm always talking to the camera unless I specifically call you out. You should know. Okay, tablespoon chili powder. You know. Oh boy, I'm not sure there's enough chili powder in here. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna need a little bit more. Of a different one, I suppose. Left. There's a touch of the Mexican chili powder in here. This should be actually the difference. There's a little bit more in there than I thought. I just sabotaged it for Mary unintentionally. All right.
Yeah, we get some sour cream in this.
Thousand Island for Sloppy Joe.
Oh, really?
That's how my folks used to do it. Honestly, if you really want to juice it up, get some of those crispy fried onions and some Thousand Island. Okay, actually, stand up and bring me the Worcestershire because I may actually need your help here for a second in just a minute. If you don't mind. Get on the other side.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. So it's 2 on the mustard and the vinegar, 1 on the sugar and 1 on the Worcestershire.
You want me to start measuring, or you want me to?
No, I got it. I may need you to like quickly hand things, basically.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the brown sugar. I've already kind of wiped this out so I won't contaminate chili shit almost. There we go. So we just need 1 tablespoon brown sugar. Ooh, this is really hard. This might be long for Christ, I can't get it. Yeah, the light is just as much. We're just gonna eyeball it.
I think I might have brown sugar in it.
Let's get that in. Okay, mustard. Does it say 1 or 2 mustard? I think it says 2.
Mustard is 2.
you open that?
Alright, 2 tablespoons of this.
If you don't mind. Good. Oh, shit. Don't go. Okay, that's shit.
Sorry, you're
I know.
You're shaking.
And I need a hand. Give me the Worcester. I need to tape one of that.
Do you want to just hand the thing off to me?
No, because Worcester, I don't mind if it's a lot extra, because Worcestershire is a really good flavor, and we're gonna let this one over pour a little. And good. Thank you. Next. Let's get this nice and incorporated. Make sure I got all those sugar lumps. Okay, increase the high and add the ground beef. Will you get that like open for me? It'll slow down after the ground beef goes in, everybody. But yeah, old school Eric would have been more prepared. He would have had that little mixture already put together in like a little ramekin, maybe a wet and dry one, but I mean, it's still working. I like the color, it smells good.
Want to just dump it?
Increase heat to high. And yeah, I guess so. Let's get it in there. Thank you. And Echo, set timer for 5 minutes. Echo, set timer 5 minutes. It's becoming useless. And we're trying to break this up. It says use a fork. This is the best I've got for non-stick. Yeah, this is where I was saying there's like a masher I could use. It's a non-stick masher. Oh, I was gonna. That's right. Shit. You reminded me I was gonna use a hard-edged spatula to do this, but this is kind of working. Kind of stir in the sauce here, break up the meat more as we go.
Are you done with it?
Maybe for a couple minutes, but actually, nah. Let me get you to do one last thing. Can you measure out, open that can and get me a measure? You don't have to do it on camera, but I need a cup of that tomato sauce ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew. You do it over the cutting board or something. You don't have to do it over there. I'm basically done with the cutting board. It's just there. This one. Okay, this is starting to come together. It's starting to look right. Just need to keep breaking up these meat clumps. And stirring all the sauce through. Whew, a little bit of a workout. It's really the heat, I think, is getting to me more than anything. Yeah, this is not the best tool for this. He's working a little bit better. Pretty well broken up. Shit. Lost an onion. Onion overboard. All right. Oh shit, at some point there was supposed to be salt and pepper in here. And there's no measurement on it, so. Yep. Remind me to put Chipotle chili powder back on the grocery list. Oh, that smells really good. Whew. Okay, here we go. Last step. Echo, dismiss. To put in this. And get it incorporated. We want to bring it up to a boil. I don't know, man. These look like they're going to be very loose and greasy. A little extra sloppy in my Joe, I guess. Feels like this is where I should let it simmer down into something thicker. Looks pretty good though. I think that's pretty well incorporated. And then let cool and season with salt if need be. But we're not quite, I mean, I guess we're kind of to a boil, but I mean, the grease was already boiling. So we're just gonna let the tomato sauce actually cook down a little bit. So at this point, I'm gonna go with eyeballing when it looks right. Maybe I should taste it right now just to see. Kidding, I'm still struggling with my burnt tongue from yesterday. Okay, I think we've just about got it here. I'm gonna let that just kind of simmer for a minute. Yeah, that may be the key. We're gonna let this just kind of hang out a little bit longer so it'll thicken up a little bit. I mean, you want them sloppy, but you don't want them super sloppy, you know? You don't want it soupy. You want it sloppy, not soupy. Yeah, just about right. Just about right. Yeah, you can see it kind of bubbling through a little bit in the middle, so that's telling me it's getting there. Yeah, that's looking about right. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right, heat off. I'm gonna take it off the heat. And we're gonna let that cool a bit so we can do for taste. So I'm gonna go offline for a few minutes and kind of clean up my workspace. It is 7:14, I'll be back soon. Okay, it's probably not super cool, but one fucking spoon. It always grows. How do we grow a spoon in there?
I don't know.
All right, I am gonna take a taste of this just for salt and seasoning. See if we need anything. All right, that's pretty awesome.
Okay, how's the spice level? Should I get some Thousand Island?
You might want to have it on standby. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, good. It's got a nice. It did thicken up. Ooh. Thumbnail check. I need to know how much Mary wants on hers. I don't know.
So you already got your thumbnail?
Yep. We're gonna get me a cool beauty shot here. All right, so you gotta tell me how much you actually want here.
A little bit more.
Oh yeah, I figured more than that. I'm just being careful so I don't make the mess in the beginning.
Okay, that's probably good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Of course, taking this over to Dad's when it's 26 degrees outside is probably gonna make it cold too.
I'll take it in the car.
It's seems like an awful pain in the butt. I'm gonna take my ring off because this is probably gonna get...
Oh, put them on the insulated bags, it'll help.
Maybe. I gotta know. I gotta know.
Making sure this cools down a bit.
That's a lot better than manwich. And ain't nothing wrong with manwich, but... Oh, yeah. And, as it should, it's slopping right out. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, it is still kind of hot though, so.
Alright, I'm being a little extra careful because I've been coughing, so my throat is a little raw.
Fair. Oh, yeah, I would make this again. I'm not sure if I would change much. I really like where this is. I mean, I may ground my beef a little bit more. But yeah, no, actually, I really like that.
Now, would you use the fancy beef ground?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like some of my custom ground blends. But yeah, I think, especially a little Thousand Island, a little crispy fried onion on there, maybe. Some fried jalapenos if you're...
Taste is good. I'm waiting to see how bad the hot spice hits me.
I don't think it builds.
If it doesn't build, I'll be okay. As long as it doesn't trigger a coughing attack.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like got that nice sweet tart. It's kind of ketchupy, it's kind of mustardy, a little vinegary, but it like all comes together and hits. A little pop of the onions and the peppers in there. If I change anything, that might be that. Like I might just play with something else in there, but you know, adding something, but I'm not really sure it needs more.
I'm liking this. Like I said, I would probably go with a little less heat, but that's me.
Well, also you saw that I accidentally did overheat it a little bit with the Mexican chili powder. But I like where it's at because it's got a nice little kick without being. Well, I did. I was trying to keep it mild for you. Because trust me, if it was, I would have gone with a different recipe that included chipotles and adobo and all kinds of stuff.
I just give you poops.
Don't worry, I'm giving myself plenty of poops. As my sandwich picks sloppy plop, sloppy ploppy. But yeah, this is really good. Well, I'm quite pleased with myself. It wasn't my recipe, but still, I made it well.
I can taste things other than salt, so that may be me getting better. I made eggs this morning using tahini, scrambled eggs with tahini. Oh, I can taste this freaking salt. I'm pretty sure this is just me.
Now they say the recipe speeds 6, but honestly it looks like kind of a really good 4. I mean, you could go small, but also I have big buns, so. See what I did there?
Buns, I cannot lie. You are the buns can deny.
Yeah, this is very tasty. I've toasted the buns well, everything. I'm quite pleased. All right. There you go. I also think this would be kind of interesting in a taco form.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's Butts' Buns and Sloppy Joes.
I managed not to spill anything until that point.
Yeah, you're doing a really good job. I made a bit of a mess on my plate, but...
I have like a tiny drop.
Of course, you're not done yet. All right, well, I guess you don't need to watch us eat the whole damn thing. But, cool. Let me know your recipes or what you would do different or any ideas for... Or even how you fix them. Like I was talking about Thousand Island crispy onions. What do you got? Comment below. I'd love to hear those ideas. I think that's it, though. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good? All right. Bye.
All right, let's do some movie reviewing. Mary's not joining on these because she didn't see any movies this week. I did. I saw two things in the theater. First up, we're going to talk about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, the newest entry, the third entry, technically the second, you could argue, in the Poohniverse, the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey saga that is going to culminate in an amazing Avenger-style movie. I think it's called Pooh. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, I was really excited for this. I had a Monday ticket. It's opening night. It apparently was only going to play for 3 nights, but it has been extended, so it might still be playing for you. I had to change mine to Wednesday, which kind of sucks because it turns out some friends of mine ended up going Monday, and I could have seen them. It would have been kind of neat to bump into and discuss after. I really like this. It's not as strong to me as Blood and Honey 2, but again, I think Blood and Honey 2 embraces more of the fun and the silliness, and it's kind of a bit more of a gore fest. Not Terrifier level, but I mean, it's pretty good. It knows what it's doing, has fun with it. I like the designs. Peter Pan is a different animal. It does have some fun kills. It does have some good gore, but really it's a lot more suspenseful and a bit more story-laden. There is some stuff near the end I wish they had gone further into, but that may be just intended more for the sequel. I'm sure they would see how this plays, what money it makes, and then like Pooh 2, if it does really well, they could put a lot more money into a sequel and maybe flesh out some of those ideas. The real standout in it, though, is the guy that plays Peter Pan. He's not ripping it off, but you definitely get like Heath Ledger Joker vibes out of him in a way that he makes his own, and it's really effective. I love the Tinkerbell character in this. I do wish they'd done a little bit more, but there is some story reveal stuff near the end that's fantastic, and some interesting brutality along the way. And kind of once we get into some of the... I'm trying to figure out how to talk about it without spoiling. Some of the very end of the movie stuff, I think that stuff is very cool what we got, but that's where I feel like I wished it would have pushed a little further, or maybe gone a little more into the fantastical. I do think the kids are very good. I care. Wendy definitely gives me a bit of a Sienna vibe, though, but not in a way that it's ripping off. It's just pretty similar. I would definitely go see another one of these, and this was a Fathom event for me, but it was weird because there was absolutely nothing before the movie and absolutely nothing after, so I'm glad I was on time. There was only a few other people in the theater with me, but they seem to be good, having a good time with it too. Not like a laugh out loud, hoot and holler affair, but there's some real brutality going on in there, and a very interesting story with some very good performances to almost great in some of the aspects of the performances. So very happy about it. It's something I'll definitely spend my money on, getting that nice steelbook physical edition, and then I look forward to Bambi, I think, is the next installment in the Pooniverse. There is one issue I thought I had with the movie, and I'm going to talk about it because it's not really spoilery, but I'm glad some people have cleared this up for me, and then I'm like, oh, I think I had heard that, and I just wasn't thinking about it. But I thought it was weird near the end, one of the kids was wearing a Blood and Honey poster on his t-shirt. I was like, wait a minute. So it made me think, like, how are we going to do the Pooniverse then? Is it going to be something where they pull from these different movies coming to life? But then I'm reminded that in Universe, in Pooh 2, they basically, Blood and Honey 2, they basically explain that the first movie is supposed to be like a low-budget movie retelling of the real events that happened in the universe where Pooh 2 takes place. So weird, wonky logic, but you know what? It's different. It's unique. I like it. I'll go for it. So overall, I had a great time with Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare. It is probably my least favorite of the 3, maybe. Yeah, because even the first one's just got some good slasher stuff. This one I just wish had gone a little bit harder in places, but the lead and some of the supports are fantastic. So if you like the other stuff, you'll like this. Just know what your expectations are for what it's going to be. Okay. All right, then the very next day I went back to the theater. This time I took my dad because Mary wasn't interested and he was. And we saw Lee Winnell's Wolfman. I did mostly like this movie, but my biggest problem with this movie, and I've heard a lot of people agree, similar issue, is this is not, I guess, did they ever actually say this was supposed to be a remake of The Wolfman or a new interpretation of The Wolfman? Or did we just assume that because Lee Winnell did a great reinterpretation of The Invisible Man? Because again, for context, I loved his Invisible Man. I've seen that movie a few times. I think it's fantastic. Even though it is a more modernized and distinctly different telling of the Invisible Man, it still felt like a Universal Monsters picture because it was still, the core elements were there. A mad scientist figure out how to turn himself invisible, and it drives him even more mad as he does hideous, sinister things with that science. So, okay, that works. The Wolfman, I'm down. Let's do something different. We can modernize it. We can have it be a small family affair in the hills. But if it's going to be a remake, I need you to have some actual werewolf lore. So without getting too spoilery here, just be aware there's none of that. You could very much argue this is not any kind of Wolfman or werewolf. You know, I mean, you can argue that it is, but it also isn't. Like, I mean, just some of the core concepts. There's nothing to do with a full moon. There's no Romani, traveler kind of stuff. No castle, no Eastern Europe. Not even calling the character Larry or have his last name be Talbot. Anything. There's not like a single connection to the Wolfman. No silver bullet stuff, none of that. So it's more of an expectations issue. So I'm going to take that off the plate and talk about the movie itself. There's a lot to love in this movie, but I do think it has flaws. We'll try to do some of the negative first, and I'll go into the positive. My biggest flaws, I think, are in some of the casting. I think the main guy is fantastic in this. He really sells what he's going through. And I kept thinking it reminded me a bit more of Cronenberg's version of The Fly. And then I found out later that was one of the inspirations for it. I was like, okay, I can see that. And I think he did a great job with that. And they kind of were doing body horror in this. I wish they had pushed that a little bit better because those effects are very good and they are very, unnerving to almost disturbing. The other problem I have is the daughter, generally very, very good. But by the time we get to where we need to be at the end, I don't think she's giving enough. And I'm going to say that same thing of the actor that plays the mother. She's never meant to be likable. You're never given anything to make you like her or care about her plight. And even if there is kind of an arc, it doesn't really sell for me. And I think the actor is fine. I think she's probably great in other things. I just don't think she was right here. Also, I just don't feel their love or their romance. Like, that needed to be way better established. Because right in the beginning of the movie, they plainly state how kind of disassociated they are as a husband and wife and her as a mother. And I'm like, well, I'm supposed to root for her and care for her. You need to give me reasons to do that because she does not have a proper arc or journey from that in here. It's kind of rushed and all of that. So I have issues with that. I do think the pacing is good and bad. I think it's awkwardly paced. For me and my dad, we kind of agreed that the first hour, it's like, oh, God, we're already an hour into this? Like, you didn't even know. Like, it's moving. It's a slow burn, but it's moving and it's interesting. But then the back 40 kind of feels slow and draggy and feels longer than it is. So it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. I also have some can't turn my practical brain off, thanks, Mary. Some nitpicks about some things like an old truck. And it's like, even if you forgive some things, there's this other element that's like, well, that's not gonna, So there's that. I do kind of like this thing that people talk about that, like, you kind of, as he's losing himself, you kind of see through his perspective. Visually, it's pretty neat, even if maybe it's a bit of a, hey, look at my neat thing. But conceptually, I think what they're doing is really, really cool with that. So I did very much appreciate that. Music's forgettable. Not a lot of characters. If it's supposed to be any kind of twist, it's telegraphed at the beginning of the movie. There's nothing unexpected gonna go down, Also, the very kind of last shot, without telling you anything about it, feels wrong, feels silly. It's like, are they really gonna take that moment? Like, not with everything they've just been through, because nobody really has this feeling like they just went through this huge trauma at any point. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those, like, I got to watch it again and give it a shot at how do I feel about it as what it's trying to be and not what I was expecting it to be, because that's my biggest problem. Pops and I both agree, should have had a different name, like the Face of the Wolf, which is kind of some text at the beginning of the movie. Sure. But just kind of giving everybody the idea that this is going to be like a modern Universal Monster version of the Wolfman, fail. And again, I still reiterate, if you want to do great interpretations of the classic Universal Monster movies, which I think should happen, because there's so many people that are never going to watch those. So these kids today, not all of them, but you hear enough people say things like, oh, I can't watch any movie that's black and white, or oh, I can't watch any movie from before the 1990s. Like, okay. So I do think there's reason to redo them, but I don't think everybody keeps trying to stray. They keep trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, all we really need is put great actors in there, sort of give a more realism to the dialogue, even, and keep it period. Make it color and all that. You can always do those, like, re-release black and white things. I think that would be the coolest way to do it if the movies do well. And then if you want to look at how to tie the characters together to build a monsterverse, go look at all the Halloween Horror Nights houses, like John Murdy and Michael Villardi. Am I thinking the right guy? those guys, like what they have been writing over the years for the Universal Monster houses, and just, have a plan to build towards that. Especially like a year or two ago, I think 2023, they had the house with the Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Those two arguably Universal monsters, but I would count them. But the way they tied those three characters' stories together for that house, genius. So, and Phantom of the Opera as well, that's what it was. Who's definitely, the Lon Chaney one, the good Phantom of the Opera. I love musicals. I cannot stand the musical version of Phantom of the Opera. I'm a huge Dario Argento fan. I cannot stand Dario Argento's version. There's some things I like in there. The score in the Argento version is phenomenal. Was it Philip Glass? It wasn't Glass. It was, was it Ennio Morricone? I don't know. Anyways, it's been a minute. But, so that's kind of my thought on that and what they should do and what I would love to see. It can be done. They just don't want to do it right. Like, they're just trying to change too much. But, whatever. And you can change some stuff. But, I don't know. That's my thought. You can let me know what y'all think about Wolfman. I'm willing to give it another shot. I'll own it. I still love Lee Winnell. I just think this was a bit of a misfire for him. And rarely is any director ever perfect. I mean, even James Cameron made Piranha 2. All right. Bye. All right, let's do a little quick vacation update because a little bit has changed. Let's do the Eric Mary part real quick while she's in the background of the shot. Very simple. We're still looking at doing one of those resort beach things. We were looking at that place Beloved, but they're owned by Excellence. And then we started looking at the Excellence Playa Mujeres and kind of like it better. And it's cheaper, more restaurants. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more to do. So I think we're going to aim for that. The real question we're running into now is we are running low on options of rooms and stuff for April. And it may even have to be like May at that point, and that comes close to my May trip. So we're considering an October, September removal. I was trying to catch her face. She keeps turning around to... So long story short, that's all we're at there. We don't really have a lot of movement. Because also, if we do go to October, like every room, even like the suites and stuff, like $1,000 less for a week. And now that I finally had a nice... My father, my wife, they've explained a lot of financial stuff to me, my dad especially, so I can understand where his financials are. But a lot of it's kind of in one ear, out the other, because unless I'm interested in learning something. But the other night I finally did like really kind of understand. Like I wanted to let me understand this. I'm in the mood to you could really talk to me about it. And I got a bigger grip on it. It's like, yeah, Eric, you need to calm the hell down. Basically, if I don't ever travel, I don't have to worry about money the rest of my life. But if I keep traveling like this, I'm going to run into a problem. So... Not that I'll never, ever travel. Don't get me wrong. There are things that can be done, but that was a very simplified version. So the other part of the vacation update, I really overdid it last year is what I'm saying, and there's no way I can keep up that pace. No way. Unless, I get, I have a song that hits and sells a soundtrack or something, or, or whatever, or we get one of these restaurants opened or something, which could happen, but I'm not going to rely on it. Anyways, the other part of the vacation... My January, February Disney trip, some interesting things have occurred. I had to reconstruct some of my plans for what I was doing because they finally put out the park hours, and it turns out they're letting, without being in a deluxe resort, you don't have to be in any resort. Animal Kingdom is going to have late night hours while I'm there. On the Friday or the Thursday or whatever that I was originally going, they're open till 7 p.m. instead of 6. Sundown is at 6. And then there's a couple of days they're open till 8 p.m. And I was like, oh, I could go see Pandora at night and blah, 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 blah. But honestly, I couldn't really restructure my days of when I go. So I'm still going to go on the same day when they're only open till 7. But that's going to give me an hour of Twinkle, Twilight, nighttime at Animal Kingdom. So I definitely want to go check out Pandora and stuff at night. The thing I did have to do there, I know we talked about doing the German beer garden house, the German buffet with the polka band. I could not find a better time for that. I had to move it or else I would have been leaving Animal Kingdom by 3 or 4 p.m. But it did lead to a positive. So I was like, well, listen, I can do the German place in May. That's not a time-based thing. In May, they are not going to have late night hours with the sun setting early in Animal Kingdom. So I had to prioritize. Here's a thing I can only do this time, so let me go do it. But in regard to that, I was able to then take that Mexican restaurant I had on my Epcot day that was going to be my Drinking Around the World day, Where my concern was, after I booked it, I'm like, they got a lot of interesting cocktails. I have access to getting all the cocktails from La Cava, and they have like multiple tequila flights and mezcal flights, so I can try a bunch of stuff. But I was like, but I can't start drinking around the world by doing that, because I will not survive that, no matter how good my constitution is. But I was able to move that to late night on that Animal Kingdom day. So after I leave Animal Kingdom by like 7 o'clock or whatever, I have an 8:30 at Epcot. And I think Epcot's open a little late that night or something. So, or maybe not. But either way, I was very happy to do that. So then instead, what I also did for Animal Kingdom was I gave myself an early lunch at Tiffin's, the only other sit-down reservation accepted restaurant in Animal Kingdom I have not been to. And that menu sounds really good too. So we'll do the Beer Garden German place in May. And now we're doing Tiffin's, and it's place basically, but earlier in the day. And that way I can also try all the tequilas and other foods, and then just go back to my room if I drink too much, if the tequilas are too good. So that's kind of the change there. But otherwise, everything's good. I've got my plans for lightning lanes, except I still need to plan some times. So that way when I have to wake up, it's Monday right now, but tomorrow is Tuesday. I'll be awake at 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. I won't have gone to bed. But I don't want to have to figure out the plan at 7 a.m. So I've made the plan. Now, they've also just opened that premium lightning lane thing that I said is very expensive, that I'm trying the one time because I want to try it. They used to have a resort. At first, you had to have a deluxe resort reservation, then they did open up to anybody with a resort reservation. So I'm like, cool, I'm in. But as of tomorrow, the 21st of January, it goes live for anybody. You don't even have to have a resort reservation. It's available to everybody. If you have a resort reservation, you can get at it 7 days early, if not 3 days early. If you have a park reservation, I suppose, or park tickets that are dated. But so I'm hoping that doesn't screw me out of like it sells out faster and I have a harder time getting it, because I hear it does sell out. So we'll find out. By next week, I'll let you know if I got it or not. So fingers crossed. But it's going to be a good time. And I'm going to get Bug's Life. It's not easy being a bug in, so we can film that, since that probably will be gone by May. And hopefully get on the riverboat, because I don't know when that's going away. But sometime. The walls are already up in Dino Land. The Chester and Hester's.
And here we are for a fabulous unboxing, something we meant to do a little while ago, from Lake Buena Vista. The Star Wars Limited Edition Holocron set. This is heavy. This is a real pain in the butt to have to carry out by hand all the way from Batu all the way to the lift pickup, while also having the helmet we opened recently in my arms, and I feel like one other thing. It was
Lightsaber probably, or
I don't know. I don't know if it was a light. It was a droid. You're right. It was a droid because I built a droid on my way out. Heck of a day. Look at that. There's our address. I'm just kidding. I didn't have this shipped. My address should not be on this. I bought this at Doc Ondar's. I put it in my suitcases because a benefit of now that they've hooked me on first class travel again is I can take an extra bag. So I take a nice big hard shell case with nothing in it. But anyways, I'm excited to get in here. I'm going to hand the camera off to Mary. And don't look at me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Napoleon.
Yeah, people would rather see that. It's Napoleon and beautiful bit. Well, I'm just trying to get the tape here.
Easy piece. Hi. Oh, look at how pretty you is.
She's so pretty. So pretty.
She said, "Can I have the camera?" She said, "Can I have the phone?"
Ooh, technology.
Yeah, she loves her on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh.
Phone and daddy.
Oh, big yawn.
Phone and daddy's glasses. All right, I've got this here.
Napoleon.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Napoleon? This is looking pensive. Alright. Yes, hi. Alright. Now I know there's a lot of stuff in here, but I'm wondering how much of this is going to be packaging and how much is going to be actual box.
Oh, I know how big this is. It's not much smaller than the full box. Man, and
not to get political, but I'm going to make a reference to the whole TikTok was gone, then it was back less than a day later. We've had a Star Wars equivalent of that today as of filming this. It's a heartbreaker. A lot of reports came out that Natalie Portman is very close to signing a deal for showing up in Ahsoka 2.
Uh-huh.
And then the reports came out, yeah, no, that's not true at all. I was like, damn it.
So TikTok's back?
Huh?
TikTok's back?
Yeah, girl, it was gone for like 9 hours. I thought you were up to date on it. It's fine. We
No.
don't want to talk about that.
You know, like, I have zero social media.
Yeah, but you said you were watching DeFranco, so I thought maybe...
Yeah, he was watching the inauguration. He wasn't
well, that's
talking
all
about
the
TikTok.
political talk we're having. We're here
Okay.
for Star Wars. Don't ruin the mood.
But don't you know that's my whole thing? I am Mary, destroyer of moods.
I don't know. Sometimes you put my mood real good, girl. Real good. Like before I cry over Star Wars trailers on vacation in a hotel room when I wake up. What? I didn't say anything. Did I say?
Jack. Oh. Cheeky cheek. Hi.
Oh, yeah. This sucker is cool. I'll obviously take the plastic off and we can get a better look at this. So for those of you that are new here, you may not know, and those of you that have followed along, there's a lot of nice things about this. This is all the Series 1 Holocron and Kyber Crystal set, which, you know, they have discontinued outside of buying it in here and buying the 8-ball Holocrons. You can still get those even online. Honestly, right now, they're selling the Series 2 Holocrons online, or Kyber Crystals online. I'm not a huge fan of that. Seems like there's not a lot of park exclusive merchandise at the moment. A lot of stuff has been getting sold online, and I'm like, well, then why? You know, I go to the park to buy this stuff. Why are you encouraging me not to? But anyways, we were trying to get a complete set of the Series 1 Kyber crystals, and we never got it. And we never got a black crystal. And we were definitely missing some characters. I guess, oh no, my note's on that phone. I'm not going to be able to look up my note.
Good job.
I don't like that sticker's on there. We can show them that too. It just shows a little bit how the Kyber crystal, how the holocrons work.
Yep.
I want this off here. Why don't you just put this on the plastic? I thought it was on the plastic.
Because it has to be part of the actual thing.
Well, then put it on the bottom. Oh god, that's not gonna come off easy either. You fucking assholes. Don't fucking use a shitty glue. Anyways, we'll deal with that later. It ruins the whole goddamn look. Secrets of the Holocrons. Now, there's a couple of specific things in here that are very cool. Because a lot of these I have. We bought like, we bought like, I almost wiped out all of the last of the Series 1 yellow Kyber crystals because we were still looking for like 2 characters. We haven't gotten around to opening them. I did leave like a few because I don't want to be the guy that took every single one. But I know I have them all now. Ooh, and they are numbered, and I got a pretty good number. 190 out of 3,000.
Yeah.
I will take that. Once a secret is known, it cannot be unknown, says Bendu. Played by...
I don't know why you're looking at me like I'd know.
You remember who Bendu is?
No.
In Rebels, like the giant creature that Kanan kept talking about. Force creature.
Oh, yeah. The guy who's gone like, first is a force stage, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Perlman?
No. Not a bad guess. Tom Baker.
Ah.
All right, here we go. Beautiful. That's the unboxing. I'll see y'all later. I am just kidding. Couple of major things here. You have every one of the Kyber crystals in terms of characters. Thinking about it.
Are they actually labeled?
Well, I was going to get to that. I don't know if it's every cut of the crystal, because a lot of these crystals have 4 cuts. So that's kind of interesting. My old collection may still come in handy for being a completist. But of course, you've got the Jedi Holocron, you got a Sith Holocron, and yes, you have every voice. And yes, as Mary pointed out, unlike the ones you would buy in the store, these are labeled. So you can see that one is Qui-Gon Jinn. We've got Yoda here, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, Mace Windu, the other Mace Windu, Maz Kanata, Jedi Temple Guard, Ahsoka Tano, Chirrut Inwe, Darth Plagueis, Darth Maul, Count Dooku, Darth Vader, and Supreme Leader Snoke. Now, this is the coolest exclusive element of this. Not only that, you guaranteed every character. Not only are you guaranteed You know, it's neat that the cases are different because they have the names on them, which make my others still worth having. But not only are you guaranteed a black kyber crystal, they do not sell black kyber crystals in black cases. So that's extra cool to me. That, you know, so I really hope they do a series 2 of this, you know, in the future. I mean, I already have the holocrons. I already have these holocrons. I will say this is a little awkward. I could have used like a finger indent here to, you know, actually work these out. Well, this thing should come up too. Maybe I can work with that way because there should be the power cables and stuff under there.
Is there a...
Oh, that's interesting. That doesn't want to come up that well.
No, that seems to be pretty solid.
I mean, I know it's under there.
Here, would you like me to... Here, let me...
Well, no, hold on. Let me play with my thing.
Try the Sith one first,
If
because
anybody's
that
gonna-
should come out easier.
Right, there you go. Smart. Ah, there's the bag and the cable. So actually, it would not be under there. That's kind of... I don't know how that fit in, but... So yeah, if you buy these anyways, Series 1, Series 2, you're going to get a Black Spire Outpost baggie. It's got its, you know, the tag for the instructions and a charging cable. If you've never seen one of these, I'm not going to pull it. I'm not going to do it because this is my collector set. But both versions do this. But you can pull that out. You put in any different holocron. There's a way you touch them. I think this one is like 2 sides. That one's a specific 2 sides.
Don't you have to like twist the top or something?
Well, this one, yeah, you have to activate. Same with the other thing. I'll show you that. I haven't pulled the thing, so you know that's why it's not doing it. And you get different character dialogue and stuff. And the Series 1s will play in the Series 2s. But the Series 2s will play in the Series 1s, but they aren't going to give you the new voices in the Series 1 holocrons. So you can do that. And of course, all of these also do work with your Savvy's Build-A-Sabers. So you got that going for you. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't try tearing this up because now that I know the things are actually packed in, yeah, I would have been pretty sad or pretty mad at myself.
I have smaller fingers. You want me to try?
You don't have smaller fingers. We have the same fingers. Good Lord, though. They really needed to put like just a little indentation so you could get a good grip on it. If anybody's going to break it, I want it to be me. So that way I don't... Okay, and then the other bag and everything is down in there. And of course, same thing here. I'm not going to pull the tab because we have a whole other video where we went through like every one of these that we have. And that would ignite the thing. It lights up, changes colors depending on what crystal you put in it. Different crystals in the different holocrons do think.
I want to see what happens if you put the black one in the holocron, in the Jedi holocron.
Well, I wish you hadn't said that because now I feel like we have to do it and I really don't want to go digging up all the stuff. There's also things where you can like set these once they're activated at different sides and it'll do other things.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff that's like too much time to spend on a silly unboxing in our video. Plus, you know, I don't know that I want to open any of it yet right now. I want to keep this as like collector quality for a little while just to see what happens. Not that I'm ever going to sell it because I think it's freaking beautiful. It goes back in way easier than it came out. And
yeah, the Sith is very Egyptian vibes.
yeah, well, also this one looks a little toyish. The newer one looks a little bit better. The Series 2. I'd say the same about both holocrons. They look less toy-like. Oh, and then this is the spot on that holocron to put in the thing. But yeah, this is a gorgeous set. I knew about this going into the park, and I was like, oh, you know what though? I'm not going to get that. I can't justify that. I have all these things. And then I saw it on display and have the realization you definitely get the black one. You get it in a black case. It has, you know, the ones I'm missing that I have no other way to buy. And I thought the box was amazing and it's numbered. And it was this May 4th or was this? No, this was on Life Day. And I was like, yeah, I'm a sucker. I'm a whale. I need all the things. And now it has all the things. But I'm excited. So, you know, maybe someday we will open these and check them out. But I mean, I think you guys everybody out there can understand that I want to keep it looking pristine a little longer. I'm not ready. It took us a long time. It's like, what? It's January now. So I've been sitting on this for like 2 months already.
Yeah.
Actually just passed because it would have been November 17th. And we're finally getting to it. But also we're busy. So, you know, we just stay too busy getting busy. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. 190 out of 3,000. It'd be kind of neat if it had lights. I mean, you could probably add some like little LED strip stuff in there or something, but it'd be kind of neat, like if you could like just post it like that, because that's kind of how they displayed it in the store, and have it kind of light up into there. But maybe someday. Anyways, I'm very excited about having this, and I know I'm sorry I can't look at my note because it's on that phone, but I know we were missing at least like 2 of these, 2 of the reds. I know we were missing one of the yellows.
Cal Kestis?
No, he
that's
was in
the new
series
ones.
2.
Yeah.
Actually, why did I buy so many yellow ones? You know, I was probably looking for alternate cuts of the yellow ones, because I'm pretty sure we had both those yellow characters. But also, I may be confusing Series 1 and Series 2. But I just think this is so awesome, and the box looked amazing, except for the stupid sticker I'm going to have to work off. And now, my character has learned the things he wishes to learn. He is neither light nor dark. He's a good, he cares about people and wants the best and will do what he can to help. But he is very knowledge hungry to understand. Very hungry for understanding of knowledge of things. And now he may learn many more things. Krevon Boots is going to be a happy camper when I give him this for his birthday. I don't know when his birthday is, though. I'm just going to wait for him to say, you're forgetting to say something. I'm like, it's your birthday? Cool, here, I got you this. I knew it was your birthday, Kree. I don't know about his wife. His space partner might kick me in the butt, but... I don't remember exactly how much this cost, but it was not cheap.
I think it was 300 something.
I can't remember if it was $350 or $370. But usually when they do these special edition things, they put them in these big old boxes. They charge you like over $100 just for the box. Because like this saber was like 300 and something without a blade, but it had the big box and the comic and the limited numbering. Mm-hmm. And much like the other boxed collector sabers that have come before it, they're now selling just the hilt in a normal plastic case like they do all the other hilts, and it's like more a normal price. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Obviously, that would not work on something like this, so keep that in mind. And I don't know if these are still available. There's your cats. I guess that's the end of that unboxing.
The babies.
Disney pens. We have a new one, or one we have not opened any of. So I'm kind of excited about these. I think these are very cute. What are these even called, this set? I guess it's some kind of artist series.
Mystery pins designed by Joey Chow? Yeah.
All right, well,
Disney.
I guess they don't really have a name for these. But it's really cool because they're kind of like, about the park. You got Stitch and his speeder. You got Tinkerbell. I like that one. What's the white thing? I can't make that out off the camera there. Oh, it's the pirate dog from Pirates of the Caribbean holding the key. The Walt Disney and Mickey statue is amazing. Orange Bird, Haunted Mansion Ghost. Don't get me started on the Haunted Mansion Disneyland changes. The Dumbo is pretty cool, and the Cheshire Cat. So I would really love to get Stitch, Tinkerbell, the Walt and Mickey statue, the Pirate's dog, the Haunted Mansion. Those are the five I really want. Cheshire Cat and Dumbo are pretty cool. I'd be happy to get those. Orange Bird, I'm not in the Orange Bird phenomenon, so I don't,
I'm not sure I like this style.
I do. But we
I
don't
think
always
Tink-
agree on these things, so.
Tink looks okay. The rest are kind of,
Do you want to get yours open so we can get
Oh, yeah, sorry.
unboxing? There's a knife there if you need it. I got round ones with pointy things coming off the roundness. So I
You
don't
go first?
really know. I'm doing the old thing of trying to figure it out.
This one just barely has any protuberances.
Yeah, I can't really tell. I might have got a Dumbo.
I think I may have gotten Tink.
All right. Well, let's see. I'll go first since she's behind. Nice.
No,
And I get Dumbo. I called it. Actually, that's pretty cute. You were fine. It was focused. See? Come back over and look. So you can give your actual thoughts now that you can see it.
It's okay, but it's not my style.
That's fair.
Oh, here you go.
Ooh, Mary got me hooked up. Yes, son.
We got Hatbox Ghost.
I want to put that on my. Is it Hatbox? Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah. I see it now. The lantern. Yeah. Sorry.
Hatbox. It's not a lantern. It's a Hatbox. It's the reason why he's called Hatbox Ghost.
Well, what about Constance Hatchaway? That's no longer an axe murderer. What? That's just such a weird decision. It's a whole thing I haven't kept you up with. That somebody's making a dumb choice at Disney. Like, well, we don't like the association with the horror and the violence. It's like, it's a horror ride. And it ain't that horrifying because, yeah. Anyways, I don't need to go down that rabbit hole. And then I got, I'm gonna say that's Cheshire Cat. I did. I looked at the back of it. Actually, that's not bad. I like that, but I think it's funny that the two I opened were the two middle of the road mediocre ones. For me, for what I want. I'm not judging the art.
This might be Cheshire. Let's see.
Well, that's what Cheshire is. Cheshire.
No, it's not that then.
I imagine you got me something.
Oh no, I got
good.
Dumbo.
Ah, dang it. Well, at least we got a really good trading pin, because as we've discussed before, I love the pin trading out at Disney. Now, I only pin trade with cast members and official things. I guess I appreciate the people that sit outside the pin traders and stuff with their giant books, but also I don't appreciate it because they always seem to have a bunch of bored children with them, and I'm like, you're in Disney with your kids. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. But I'm being judgmental. I shouldn't be. I'm sorry. If that's your jam, that's your jam. Not trying to pick on you. But it's always fun to put one of these on the board because we always trade newer things in, and like they go immediately, just immediately. So at least I got one to trade. If these are still available, I will get another set because I really want that Walt and Mickey. Unless I can trade for it, but I really want that Walt and Mickey. I mean, there's 3 others I'd really be happy to have. All right, well, that's this week's Disney pin trading. We're gonna film some more right now and do for next week. I'm trying to get ahead before I go to this next Disney trip. Mary has marked the box, so we know what we've got moving forward. Mm-hmm. And now we're gonna get out of here with some more vlog. Bye. Boosh! Getting bushy in here, mighty bushy. Oh, I meant bougie. I meant boozy. Hey everybody, welcome to Cocktail Time. I'm running out of ideas, but you know what? I just found a shite ton of Kahlua cocktails, and we're in a hurry, so I'm doing something basic. I know I wasn't gonna do a White Russian this time with the chocolate Kahlua, and guess what? I'm not. But I'm gonna do a Mexican White Russian. I've been having a little tequila. I'm in a tequila mode. It's basically your basic White Russian, except you substitute tequila for the vodka. So 3 ingredients, equal parts. We're gonna start with our rocks glass, another little Haunted Mansion beauty. We're gonna fill it up with some ice. Come with me, if you will. Let me show you. So this is where the magic happens. Welcome to EricButts' cribs.
So theoretically, wouldn't it be a white Mexican?
Well, it's a Mexican White Russian. Or
the Russian part of a White Russian is the vodka.
Yeah. It's called a Mexican White Russian.
Okay.
It just says tequila. I didn't want to go with cheap ass, so I thought I'd go a little bit nicer. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but it's fine. A little dusty.
I feel like the silver, the 1800 silver would have been.
But 1800 is not great unless you're really mixing it. So I was like, I'll go with Reposado. It does not clarify. Neither does this. Because it's not. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 1.5 ounces on each of the 3 ingredients. I'm not gonna quite double it up. I don't want to drink that much cream. I'm not huge into milk. I love some cheese. Cause I'm a cheesy boy.
Which is?
Cheesy boy.
Milk.
Nuh-uh. Lies. Fake news. I could go so much deeper. Ooh, we have not opened the basic Kahlua in a minute. Hopefully we can still find some more of the chocolate Kahlua. We've got some, but it's so good I want more. And one of my 2 liquor stores is already out of it. So we're gonna get 1.5 ounces of your standard coffee Kahlua, coffee liqueur. I just realized we still have some French vanilla left too. We might even have a tiny stash of pumpkin spice Kahlua left. I wish they'd bring that back. Yeah, this is not a shaken or stirred type drink. I'll just shake that instead. Now, I'm going to pour out my 1.5. I'm going to go with half and half. We have heavy cream, we have milk, but it's like I'll go somewhere in the middle. I'll get my 1.5 of that in. Good enough. And it says, if you want to make it pretty, pro tip, pour the cream or milk over the back of a spoon when you're adding it for instant ready finish. And it does say heavy cream. Shit. But it says finish with a layer of your favorite cream or milk. So whatever.
Okay.
I'll use a big boy spoon since it'll make it easier to open that drawer. I have not perfected the pouring over the back of the spoon yet. Let's see what we get.
think the spoon's supposed to be closer to the surface.
Well, now you tell me. How do I get it to? I want it to.
I think we've already fucked up. It's been a long time since I've done that, and I'm thinking it's a smaller spoon.
That makes sense. But I like to do things big because everything in Eric is big, especially down there. What? Talk about my butt and my waistline, guys. Don't be pervs. The other thing too. Okay, well there you go. Mexican White Russian. I mean, it kind of worked. It's got a cool little swirly gag going on. Ghosty, toasty ghosty. What you trying to look at? I'm on the Kahlua website if you're wondering. They have a ton of recipes on the Kahlua website. Y'all, we found some interesting things we're gonna try in the future. That's it. That's all you do. It's not meant to be stirred or whatever. I guess you would stir it once it's served.
You know, basically as you drink it, I guess, it kind of mixes.
I'll give it a little bit of a mix. I don't want to just drink straight cream. Ting! Now you're all in the sunken place. All right. Salud.
Should you get anything other than half and
I
half?
definitely got something other than half and half. Not a lot more than half and half. Let me hold on one second. I'm just gonna get some.
Cocktail straws?
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you try it before. I just figured I'd go ahead and get these. Assuming you were gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. See if there's any kitties for me to film, and there are not.
Nope. All right, well, we can use that to stir in a minute, and we get the lady a try here. Yeah, because I think I did get mostly just cream, just a hint of something else, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Just cream is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I did get a touch of something. I think
Just like a hint, right? Yeah, so now I'm gonna give it a nice actual,
incorporate it.
yeah. And now it looks like
Chalky
we milked
milk.
a chocolate cow.
Now you're gonna be wanting chicken nuggies.
I don't drink chocolate milk and chicken nuggies. Chocolate milk does not go good with hot sauces. I don't drink chocolate milk unless it's like melted ice cream. I don't really drink milk. Unless I'm having like Kraft mac and cheese as a nostalgia thing. But I do love chicken nuggies, I'm not gonna lie. It's really because they're fine. It's not like chicken nuggets on themselves are great, but it's a great delivery and way of testing all kinds of awesome hot sauces. That's much better. Ooh. That's pretty damn good. I don't know that I'm really getting a difference with it having tequila. Because I definitely taste the milk in the Kahlua. It's still pretty milk forward, but assume you'd like to try a mixed sip. I'd drink that. I'm not like, it's not blowing my mind, but it's completely drinkable and pretty tasty.
I can taste the tequila.
Well,
That's because I've had a lot of White Russians. So
I was also going to say I just had some tequila. It's a much better tequila. Mia Flores La Familia or something like that.
it's not if you hadn't told me it was tequila instead of vodka, I'm not sure if I would have picked up on it. I'm gonna like this tastes a little different.
Okay.
But no, I mean I would drink that.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, you live and you learn. Maybe we should put some hot sauce in there.
No.
Top it off with a little chocolate sips, Kahlua. Give it a real chalky, milky. You know what? Hell, here, hold this. Fuck it, it's fine. This is not going to make it any worse. It might make it better.
Napoleon! Hey, Nappy Man. He's like, what do you want, one? What you thinking? What you
He's
thinking?
thinking, hey, Daddy's ready to pour, Mommy, and I want to cuddle. I'm just going to eyeball it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put some in here. I mean, that was probably maybe like half an ounce to be fair.
Definitely made it darker.
Mm-hmm. Looks now, it really does look like chocolate milk. I like that better. You want to try?
Yes.
I'm going to accidentally get you drunk. You don't usually take this many sips. It's a work night for Mary. She shouldn't.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. I'd say you could honestly just go ahead and pour like a full ounce and a half, give it a fourth part, and that'd be pretty fucking good.
Yeah, actually, I was planning on making hot chocolate and throwing some of that in there.
Chocolate sips. Okay. All right, well, maybe I'll just pour a little more. You know what, here, let's do it on camera. Since you're going to do that, I'm just going to pour some more in here.
Did you remember to shake that first?
Nope.
Why do you never remember to shake
Because
that?
I'm not used to that you have to shake this. Do I have to shake other Kahluas? I don't shake those.
Well, this has got stuff that mixed into it that sells out.
There we go. I think
That
I've pretty much made an ounce and a half pour now. Maybe a hair over. It was not as bad as you think it was. Salud! Oh. Of course, now it just tastes like this, but that's not a bad thing. As you know, we love this Kahlua. That's a fantastic Kahlua. All right, there you go. There's your cocktail. Suggestions, please. What have we not made? That's part of the problem. I have a bunch of recipes I saved, but I never made a list of what we have made over the years, so I have no idea what we have and haven't made. And I'm trying not to repeat myself. So please, you got cocktail suggestions. Keeping in mind, we don't do a lot of like bourbon or rye stuff because we don't really keep bourbon or rye around. Actually, I guess we do keep some rye around for my dad, but Angel's envy. But yeah, you got tequila, vodka, gin, or rum. How would I forget rum? Jesus. Or, you know, like even Midori, Kahlua, things like that. I'm trying to think what else. We got Curacao, we got Vermouth, you know, a Cointreau,
most of your basic mixers.
Mezcal. It's not really a mixer, but said that right if you said mixer is why. So, you know, anything kind of like that. You got suggestions we haven't tried, please let me know. All right, I'm going to get out of here so Mary can make her drink and we can watch a little bit of wrestling before she has to relax. Before she has to go to bed. Apparently that's working. See y'all. Bye. And there you have it. That is the vlog. Probably a bit of a shorter one this week, but, you know. We've been sick. We've been friends. We've been doing things. It's, you know, whatever. So, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time. I didn't want to do it, but I'm feeling lazy. But hopefully y'all had fun. Sorry, my dinner is like, hello. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here, so hopefully you had a good time. Next week, we're going to make something interesting. I know the next two food things I want to make should be fun. And just got to figure out cocktails. You got cocktail suggestions we haven't made, please, by all means. I'm running out of ideas. Other than that, though, comment below. Give me the thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And, of course, remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together, especially with our pal Mickey. Oh, boy! You can also check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Look up TheEricButts. Try a couple of songs. Get ready for some new stuff later this year. I'm excited to get my demo studio set up here soon. I'm going to maybe start doing some cleaning tonight. And, of course, you can go to... I'm going to do some kind of film thing, video game Let's Plays, lots of cooking. You can follow all that right here or go to TheEricButts.com for all your funky butts fun. And there's more with the links in the description below, so click that see more button to see more butts. On that note, I'm going to get on out of here so I can get this footage prepped for editing later. I'm tired. I was up too late playing Spider-Man. I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye. May the force be with you.